Do you actually care about what is happening in our countries, with our people? And do you care how it will affect our life and the life of our children in this world? How it will affect our entire civilization? Do you consider yourself a responsible person with a higher responsibility of preserving our future, preserving the memory of our ancestors, and preserve the lands which we inherited from our ancestors? Or maybe you only care about yourself, about your relatively comfortable life, here and now, and you're giving up on what you consider not worth of your efforts, like maybe creating a family or being concerned with your neighbors, fellow citizens of your nation, with whom you are related to by culture and ethnically for centuries. Well, I will remind you all something very important to keep in mind. It does not matter if you have a family or if you are alone. It does not matter if you are poor or rich. It won't matter how much you own of wealth, houses, land. The current state of things will change drastically with time in our Western countries. If the current differences between more and less aware and intelligent people is growing, especially if people like you become an ethnic minority on the lands of your ancestors. This system won't sustain itself in the long run, and all of us are risking losing everything that we have obtained over the course of our lives: our family, our wealth and property, our way of life in our countries. Without like-minded people in a large enough numbers who share our values, principles, who are willing to stand up for each other in the time of need, you will end up the same as everyone else, at the bottom of the sea, because our ship is sinking. So, what are you going to do? You will continue profiting from the fruits of our civilization as long as possible, and one day simply allow it to collapse? Or are you willing to stand with those who hold a realistic solution for our current severe Western world problems? We are currently losing the big game for our future. Each year we are weaker, more suppressed by the new restrictions and regulations of our own states and the international left-oriented corporations who promote and support destructive ideas for our nations, For example, supporting migration with the excuse of our own demographic problems and allegedly a need of cheap labor and other degeneracy, with the excuse being love and equality. Each year there is more of them and less of us to maintain order and productivity, or should I say functionality, of our countries. It's not difficult to predict the outcome in the long run. Even if, by a miracle, our own lives don't become affected, then think about the lives of our future generations. By not doing anything meaningful and allowing this system to do with us what it does, we are screwing over our future generations, destroying their lives by allowing the system to grow corrupt and degenerate society. And by allowing our governance to put the chains of debt slavery on them. There is a way out, a solution to help yourself and those who are not even born yet. But I cannot apply this solution in our brutal reality without people like you participating in this operation. If you haven't yet, study the material named Madness in the Western World and an Introduction to a Realistic Solution, which should be linked below this video. This operation might be a turning point for the future of our civilization. Do not fail to perform your duty. Act responsible, and if you care, help by showing your support. I want to know if aware people care for real or only care for a show. I want to know if our spirit of group responsibility and solidarity is alive or dead.